I have been promoted to the sole host of this show today. Adrian is on assignment, a very, very important task he's doing on St. Patrick's Day, which is spending time with his family in San Antonio, Texas, with his in-laws, Darcy and John Collins. And I am thrilled to death that he's doing that and I am doing this for a myriad of reasons. And we have got a show for the ages for you today. We've got my buddy, Laura Lipinski, but I need to look down for 2 seconds. So just say hi and tell people where you are, because I need to send this someplace and I can't do it. I can't do it.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Thanks, Tom, for having me on the show. So right now I'm sitting in Germany, 2 minutes away from Luxembourg, and I come from France. Yeah, so that's the place I'm right now. And it's already very dark here.
Good. Luxembourg, Germany. So I got it shared out to the Game of Networking, the ANNP 2026 page, and the 6 and 7 figure muckety muck earning page on Rob Sperry's great page, because you have to really, really be something to be able to be on that page. And then about 19 levels above that, someplace I have not made the cut on, is something called the Icon Group of Rob Sperry. And there are not many people that have been chosen and honored to be a member of that group. Tom Chenault isn't, but Laura is. So if you've got any doubt about the caliber of this woman, you got to bury that, because I'm telling you what, she is something else. And she's been around since 2004. Been in this business. I know she looks like a kid. She's a mom. She's a wife. She's a great woman. And companies have gone out, they've changed, they've done everything all around her, and she's never let anything see her sweat. She just rebuilds and builds on. She did it without an upline, and I think that's pretty much where the whole world is in network marketing right this second, being faced with taking their destiny into their own hands, even over and above their companies. And I think that she is the perfect woman for all of you to listen to find on Facebook, to have her as your mentor and be your friend. She speaks about 93 languages, so there's no way she's not going to be able to understand you. Laura, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Tom, for having me here. And I promise I will talk to Rob to see if we can get you into the icon mastery. I will say that you are a good one. And it was because of Rob that we met in Costa Rica. And I must say you are one of the best new person I met in my career. Really, I don't say this because you are having me on your show right now, but really, I will come to my story. But for me, it was a big surprise that you were so welcoming to me, because I always saw your name on big stages, and I was a bit anxious to talk to you because I thought, maybe he don't even look at me or talk to me because I'm so small. So thank you very much for what you shared with me and everything you are giving to us in the network marketing industry. And so I come from France. I am 44. Next month, I'm going to be 45.
Can you believe that, you guys? Whoa. Is your network marketing company vitamins and things like that?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Whatever you're taking, it's working. So keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's the power of network marketing. I think we all stay young like you, and that's why. Yeah. So I at the beginning I didn't want to become a network.
Crazy. You want to know something? An amazing stat?
Yeah.
I was 30 when you were born.
Yeah.
That is so depressing, but I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know I took you off your another thing that's hilarious, because she's a little nervous. So we're just here we're doing a little pre-show. And I said, well, you did get that book, that list of questions I was going to ask you, right? And she paused, and like, you could just see her gagging. And I finally had to tell her I never sent her a list, because I never pre-do this stuff, because otherwise it would be cornball. So we're just off the hip, because you are so smart and so genuine and so nice without having to use your brain. Just use your heart and talk to us. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So actually, at the beginning, when I got to know network marketing, it was 2004. I was a student. I was pregnant with my first son, Marlon, and I was studying linguistics. I studied Scandinavian languages, Roman languages, and wanted to become a professor of languages at the university. That was my dream at that time. And a guy sent me a message. On it was something like Craigslist, but in Germany, and he offered me to earn money, to earn more money. And I come from a family. We had restaurants, so my parents have always been their own bosses, and I always had this in my blood. So I said, why not? I will just take a look. I drove to his place. He started, making some circles. You are here, and then if you have 12 people, and then he asks me, do you know 12 people who would be interested to earn $1,000 per month? I said, of course, I'm a student. Everyone at the university wants to earn that kind of money. And then he said, okay, if you find 12 people who want like this, then you will earn $3,000 per month and have a free Mercedes. I was crazy. I said, wow, so easy. I just have to find people who want to earn money. And that was my beginning in network marketing. I drove to the university. There was my husband, who was my boyfriend at that time, with his engineer co-students, and I started drawing circles. Just 1 hour after my presentation, and his friends, his colleagues started saying, "Oh, that's a pyramid scheme. It's a scam. But what are you talking for bullshit?" And yeah, I thought, they don't understand why so. But that was my start, and I started really looking at it more seriously. But at that time, we didn't have YouTube, we didn't have any trainings online like we have today. So I had to get my training from my sponsor. So I went to my sponsor the third time, and his name was Felix. I'm very, very grateful for him that he introduced me to the opportunity, because obviously I wouldn't be talking to you right now if he wouldn't have been there. But I was talking to him, and I said, can you please explain me how you do it? And he just said, out of nothing, Laura, I'm sorry, but now we are competitors. If I start sharing my secrets with you, then you will take my shares from the market. And I started with the belief that I have to figure it out on myself. And I think maybe it was my chance. It was my opportunity, because I had really to do it, on myself, to find a way at a time where we didn't have any trainings online. So the first years were very, very difficult. I didn't earn a lot of money, maybe 300, 400 per month. And it was during 6 years. So imagine you start in that business, you are a student, you have baby, you don't have a lot of money, you have a sponsor who tells you, I can't help you, you don't have any trainings online, and then you earn only something like 300 or 400 per month. I think most people would have said, okay, I will just stop, that's bullshit, and I will continue my studies. So I continued with the university. But I still had the fire in me. I thought there must be something with that industry, and I made a break during 2 or 3 years. But I always thought about network marketing. It was always on my mind. And it was 2010. A guy from Germany contacted me and said, "Laura, you have
6 years later."
6 years later, yeah.
Keep going.
And a guy contacted me because he saw that I was already working online. I had websites, 2004. I already had a website, all that stuff. And he contacted me and said, "You live in Germany. You speak German. You are French. and I know that you already did something with network marketing. There is a new opportunity, and they will open the French market. Would you be interested to start with us? And I said, why not? It's my chance. But I didn't have a clue about, the competencies in network marketing. I didn't know what is a network marketer. For me, it was just speaking, introducing people to the opportunity, and that's it. And I decided to start to build the French market. And the company thought that they had a leader. I was not a leader at that time, but they thought they had a French leader. And I started doing webinars every day. 2010, I think I was one of the first ones in France doing webinars at that time. And I just decided during the pre-launch to do a webinar every day and just make the presentation of the opportunity. So I had to learn how to make a PowerPoint. I had to learn how to introduce the business, everything on my own. And after 3 months, I had 3,000 people in my team.
Wow. Now,
with
yeah. So that person that brought you in, that just basically threw you. Same thing happened to me when I came into a company, and the guy's name was Eric McKelvey. His wife was Roxanne, and I've never heard from him since. But they did me a huge favor because they got me in, and then they got out of my way because I didn't learn any bad stuff from them because they didn't teach me anything good or bad. And since then, I've been in very, very similar positions all my life as far as upwidens go. But I take complete responsibility for that because I'm so tough to be coached by. So it's, because I'm arrogant. I think I know everything. I'm a little insecure, so I have to make them look bad in order for me to look good. So all that horrible stuff that, leaders in your organizations are like, I was probably like that. And looking back on it, I think I regret that over the years, but it made me tough. I mean, I have never relied on anybody to do it for me, not even do it with me. I just want to be able to, what I love about what I do now is nobody tells me what to do. Whether I make a mistake or not, it's on me because it wasn't somebody else's idea. They foisted it upon me. I get to fire. Is that you pretty much?
It's exactly the same. And that's why I said it was a chance for me, I guess, because he would have taught me how to do network marketing on his own way. And I would have become a very bad leader, I guess. Really.
No kidding.
And, and I had just to learn on the job. So that's why I said, for me, I think at the end, it was the best opportunity for me to have no support-ive upline. And it has been all my career like that. No supportive, no upline, nobody who helps me ever.
Yeah. And so that's good though. So talk to me about, I want to go 2 places. I want to go first. I want to go to Costa Rica. And you and I both went down there. You came from Germany. You really spent some money. I came from the United States. It was a little bit not costly, but okay. But I went in there expecting to learn all kinds of whiz bang stuff. I thought I was going to learn all this stuff that I didn't really want to learn, but I wanted to play like I wanted to learn it so I could come home and hire somebody to execute what I learned in Costa Rica. But what ended up happening was exactly the opposite. I met you. I met Robbie Fender and his wife. I already knew all these people, but even new people. And we were all talking about exactly the same thing, which was taking it back to fundamentals and one-on-ones and doing it in our backyard, doing it in weekly meetings, doing it in monthly trainings, doing it in regional events, and doing it in conventions. Everything we'd been trained 20 years ago, the profession's going back to there because the influencer model just didn't work or stick. And all the magic bullets that everybody thinks is the shortcut so you don't have to talk to anybody is absolute, as you said, bullshit.
Yeah. Exactly. And I learned so much from you. I just look at how you did it in Costa Rica. I said to myself, it's incredible. That guy is talking to absolute everybody. And the way you do it, it was a huge inspiration for me. Yeah.
I've only got really one skill, and that's being so dumb. I refuse to believe that people don't like me. And so I will talk to anybody. And then when I do everything I can to get them talking, and then I take notes on what they told me when they walk out of the room. And then I come back and remind them of what they talked to me about. And they swallow their cigar because nobody does that. And that's I'm a terrible network marketer. I'm not a really good human being, but I'm really good at that little start. And it's worked out for me. And that's my little contribution to this profession. You're much different. You're a systems girl at a major level. I mean, you build things that will duplicate in your group, right?
That's exactly that, because of what I had to go through. The thing that I learned very fast is that my people will need systems, so that they never have, to need me to work. Of course, I'm there, but I always said, okay, it's the most important. And obviously, 2010, it started with the daily presentation I was doing, but it was me doing them. And then very fast, I started providing recorded presentation for the people, doing like PDFs. So it was always, what I liked. But on the other side, I was the girl that everybody was hating in the company, because I was working online.
Yeah.
And because I had the website with all the trainings at that time, and they say, that's not how network marketing is done. You have to do it that way. And I said, okay, but obviously it's working.
Yeah.
But I have to say, at that time, I was the only one earning money. 2010. So I built a huge group, but I was the only one earning money.
And that's not good. That bothered you.
Yes, that bothered me.
You wanted your team making money.
Of course, I wanted them to make money. I didn't have any competency skills in network marketing. And that company closed down. It shut down. So I thought, you know what? I will find another company. I will tell my people. I told them. And from 3,000 people, about 10 came over with me. Only 10.
That's par for the course.
Yes. And it was, for me, one of the biggest lessons in that career, in that industry. I learned, okay, if you want people to follow you, then they have to earn money. That's obvious,
Yeah.
So it was very hard for my ego.
Yep.
Because I was from big to small.
Yeah.
And I started to rebuild the same way, but it didn't work the same. And then I saw a guy from Germany, a networker, was somewhere in Las Vegas. And I asked him, what are you doing in Las Vegas? Then I saw him hanging out with big leaders, network marketing leaders. I say, is that your new upline? Did you start in that company? He said, no, I am at GoPro in Las Vegas. He said, what's GoPro? And he said, what? You don't know GoPro? It was 2013. You never heard of GoPro? I said, no, what is it? And then he just sent me a picture of the book GoPro and said, you have to buy the book and then you will understand. I bought the book. I purchased it. It came in English. My English was good, but not, so good that I was able to read a full book in English. So it was hard. But I read the book within a few days.
Yeah.
And I understood, it's a real profession. There are real skills. It's not just speaking. It's really about having real skills in that business. And I had my first aha moment at that time. Then I purchased the Las Vegas. There was a GoPro that was recorded on DVDs and CDs. I purchased it. It came through snail mail to me, and I had to listen it. And it's so difficult if you don't speak fluently the language to understand. I had to listen again and again and again to understand. And after that, I said, okay, now I understand how that business is working. And from that moment, it was really the first breakthrough for me. So systems and the skills. And it was the first time I had people starting earning money on my team, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's when I heard about you the first time. It was maybe 2014 or 2015, I guess. So you were a big name for me, you know.
I'm
Still
much smaller now, but yeah, back in the
no,
day.
no, absolutely not. I knew Tom and Denise Chenault, big names.
That's very, very
Yeah.
cute. We hear so this is beautiful stuff. All of you out there keep thinking that something's got to happen. You know, your company's got to change this. Your upline's got to change that. No, you have got to get so unstoppable that you become unstoppable. There is no room for negotiation. If you believe this business is really what this business is, you are going to learn it so you can teach it. And that's all it boils down to. And that's what Laura has done. And she got so good that she has built some leaders that are gigantic, which creates a brand new problem. So 3 weeks ago, I decided, because I'm so great and so many people love me and so many people just absolutely set their watches by whatever I do on that particular day, I decided to do a live 30-minute presentation online just to show people how it's done. So the first week I had 70 people, which was not bad because I knew it was going to be 150 the next week, but instead it was like 40. And then the next week, last week, it was like 10. So then I had Julie, this great woman that I work with, analyze just exactly how long people were on that one, on all of them, basically. And basically, I had lost the audience like all the way through. I mean, just incredible. And I am trying to take responsibility for it. And I'm polling them and asking them all kinds of stuff. But the bottom line of it is they're just not into me, or they're not into what I had to say. And I've got to get better. And the only way I'm going to get better is admit that I'm not great, I'm not good, I'm not all of that, and adapt to what people need so they can further their business, because time's valuable and they can listen to anybody. And that's kind of what you've done. You've gotten yourself elevated. If people in your downline are making a lot of money and they want to go over there, you're staying do you know what a lighthouse is? Like a lighthouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the lighthouse. And that's wonderful. I am not swimming out to you. There are sharks out there. There are snakes. There are bugs. I'm not swimming out. I'm the lighthouse. You're going to come back to me or you're not. And if you're happy out there in those choppy waters doing it your way, that's great. But here's how we do it here. Is that kind of how you are?
Yes, it's exactly the same way I do. And I'm really literally, I'm there for everyone who wants. But I'm not there to do, it like children, say, please do it. Otherwise, I will start screaming. And I don't do this. And I have people who wanted to do it another way. And sometimes they came back and say, Laura, I think you will tell me. You told me, yeah, I told you it would work. It won't work. But Laura, no, I think I will listen to what you are telling me all the time, or I had also people who saw their distributors just as numbers, just as people working for them. And I told them it won't work out. People are all different. And if you don't pour in the people, if you don't see them as human, it won't work. And those people, I saw several of them, they built huge downlines, and then everything destroyed and broke down because they didn't want to listen to what I told them. I don't say that everything I'm telling is right. Otherwise I would be a multi-millionaire. I'm not a multi-millionaire yet, but that's the same you say. Yeah.
So what I want everybody to understand is it's trial and error. And sometimes those guys that go out and do their own thing and they kill it, I'll go back and learn from them and do a little bit of what they're doing. It isn't like I think I know everything. I know what works for me right now until it doesn't work for me right now. And then I try to spin it to what does. But all of you, just, I want you to think about taking your destiny in your own hands, just like Laura did. Reach out to her. How's the easiest way to find you, Laura? On Facebook or on?
On Facebook. Facebook is the best way, but also I'm also on Instagram with the same name. So just send me a message and then we can have a chat.
Most of you people are too young to remember the television show MASH, but there was a guy named Radar O'Reilly on there. And whenever any of the doctors would say something, instantly, whatever it was would be immediately on the screen. And if you look at how fast Michelle Griot, the great producer of this show, just popped up the word Laura Lipinski on the screen, that's what I'm talking about. You live your life for somebody like Michelle Griot. And in network marketing, you live your life for people like Michelle Griot and people like Laura that are self-starters that get it done without a bunch of micromanagement, because this business is surrounding yourself with people that are better than you are at what you're doing. That's an important part, but also really great at things that you know nothing about or don't want to do.
Yeah.
And you're just a talent scout and a tour guide is all you are. And the minute you start taking yourself so seriously, and I am surrounded at a very depressing level by people that think they know it all and they got nothing to learn, so they don't go to the ANMP. Are you going to the ANMP?
Of course I am. Yeah.
The ANMP is in Dallas, Texas, you guys?
Dallas, yes.
And she's in Germany. But I've got people in Houston that says it's too far. But when you have that desire, that unquenchable desire, like she had to go from Germany over to Costa Rica. Now she's back home. She's going to leave that family again and go to Dallas for the ANMP. I'll tell you, at the end of the day, this woman is going to be on the stage speaking instead of in the audience. And that's what, and making a lot of money. That's what you want, right, Laura?
Of course, and maybe to be one of the first French bad English speaker, because I know it must be horrible to listen to how am I speaking with my strong accent.
Are you proud to be a French woman?
Yeah, of course. I'm half French, half Moroccan.
Okay, well, last week I accidentally had you on the show a week early, but in the announcement, I called you a German, and I'm telling you, Michelle Griot, that same, oh my gosh, I had to get 30 lashes, man. She was after me with a stick, and it was terrible. But she told me, this woman is a proud French woman.
Yeah.
And I love that. Yes. I've got a couple of friends, we're going down a different highway here. I've got a couple of friends that I got 3 really good friends in Russia, and they wouldn't leave that country for all the money in the world. As bad as it is their country. And as bad as their life is, there is no leaving Russia. And that's the same with Africa and a lot of places. And I love the fact that you love your country, your homeland, your people so much. Thank you.
I love Europe. You know, Europe is so great, and because we have so many cultures also. So for network marketers, I think it's really like a paradise in Europe. Actually, the reason why I'm living in Germany is because I studied in Germany and I met my husband, who is Polish, in Germany. So he's Polish, I'm French. We are living in Germany. Yeah.
You are like the United Nations. What about Fraser Brooks? Are you involved with him and stuff or not?
Fraser and Rob. Yeah, I had the opportunity last year to co-write a book named Leadership Unlocked. And that's this one.
Have you got it there? Hold it up. Yeah, good. So the reason, great. Thank you, Radar O'Reilly. So she put it on the screen. Go to Amazon and buy this book. It's called Leadership Unlocked, and they really do a beautiful job of profiling Laura. And to have 2 guys, 2 icons, have another icon like our wonderful Laura in one book, you want to go buy it. It's on Amazon. Leadership Unlocked. Fraser told me that he wanted me to come over to Dubai or someplace and speak at one of his events coming up, and I'll probably do that just because I can. But I'll tell you, I spoke in. Were you at the Fraser Brooks huge event in England?
No,
I went.
I didn't know. When was
spoke
it?
there and almost froze to death. But I had a wonderful time with those guys about 5-6 years ago, and I just know this: the more you plug in, the more that you get into the game, the easier it is to elevate yourself into the top conversations of your life. And when she was down in Costa Rica, the people that she was rubbing shoulders with, Al Bala, Thomas Tidland, Donna Johnson, Robbie Fender, that really cool guy whose last name is Washington. I can't think of the first name. And I can't think of his company off the top of my head. Class guy that's just doing so much for all his people. And I just love the fact that you were able to go in there and basically you walked out of there one of the gang. You were on the same level as every one of those. And now it's just a matter of time before you're on every stage on the planet. You know, Eric Worre, I've spoken several times on his stage, which is an experience of a lifetime. Down in Australia, I was with Rob. Adrian and I were with Rob and Fraser. It was one of the funnest times of my life. That's what your future looks like, Laura, playing at the level you've decided to play, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. And that's really what I'd love to do. And yeah, maybe it's my future. What I hope. I would really love. I love to share with people, and of course, if I have the opportunity to speak on those stages, then it would be my pleasure. And there is, by the way, there is going to be a huge event, network marketing event in Bulgaria, Europe, in October or November. I will give you the information because it would be so good if you were there.
Who's hosting it? Is it Sven Gobel and those guys, or
I'm not sure. It's called Mastermind.
Yeah, Art Jonak. Yeah, those guys are the real deal, and they do a lot with those Zinzino guys. And
yes,
yeah, they really put on a production over there. There will be hundreds or thousands of people. And if they invite me, I'll go over there. That would be a fun ride.
I will be there. I already purchased my tickets as well, so
good.
I will be there. So we will meet.
Yeah, we have. It remains to be seen. I don't know. I was on the I used to go on the Mastermind cruise with Art Jonak and Tom Schreider and that whole crew, John Hammock and all these guys, and James Blakemore, all those kids. That guy that just didn't. Do you know the kid that adopted the baby in England? Wes. God, what the hell's his name? I can't think of it. So Wes Linden is just a monster international network marketer too there in London. And, you just make these relationships. I just want you guys to do this. You will. Here I am 74 years old and I have plenty of money. I don't know how much time I've got, but one thing I'm most proud of is my friends. I have got so many friends. And I am so blessed because I can't go anywhere without knowing people. Next Thursday, Jay Moore, the comedian who's married to Jeannie Buss, the owner of the Lakers, is having a comedy showing. I'm going out there. Dominic and I are going to my son are going to hang a couple of days with all those actors and crazy people there. And then on Tuesday, the owner of the Beverly Hills Hotel, who was a buddy of mine, passed away, and they're having a memorial for him. How on earth did I get into those circles? I got in because I was plugged in. And if you get plugged in, it's going to happen to you. And I want it to that's what happened to you. Look at you. You are plugged into everything and your star just rises, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I learned in Costa Rica. And I came back. I was not the same person. I really thought, okay, now I want to be at every gathering, network marketing gathering on the planet. And I heard, as you said, that you are everywhere, every kind of event you can be at, you go. It was the same John Melton said. He said that once per month he's either at a company event of his own or a network marketing event or something about business, online marketing. And I think that's very important, and I will do it for sure. So that's why as soon as I saw it with Dialat, actually I purchased my ticket before Costa Rica.
Yeah,
because of you, because you shared it in the group. I don't know where.
Then you think about Armand Payot. You know, this guy.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. He's taken over the world. I mean, his company and Business for Home and the various things he's doing to elevate all of us is incredible. And we are so appreciative. You take a look at Garrett McGraw and what he's doing, and Ryan Chamberlain, who's the senator, and Gordon Hester, and you take a look at Donna Johnson, who's the head of the ethics committee. These people are world-class citizens of this world that have embraced this profession and refused to let it die. And you are one of the absolute generals in that. And thank you, thank you, thank you. You are unbelievable.
Yeah.
She says,
it's
yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
It's for me. Yeah. It's for me. You know, I don't know if I'm dreaming right now. Yeah.
No, you're not dreaming. I hope it's not a bad dream. Here's what I want.
No, it's really a good dream, and I'm so happy. And yeah, and I believe me, I had so many setbacks in that business, and twice in the past I even wanted to stop network marketing because it was too hard what I had to go through, and every time I came back even stronger. And you know, every time I came back, I looked at what I built in the past in the former company. Obviously, I was in 3 or 4 companies, and every time I just asked myself, okay, why did my house just broke down? What the foundation? What was the problem with the foundation? Okay, I will this time I will redo it, but with better foundation. And every time it's becoming stronger and bigger. That's incredible.
Normally this show ends in 2 minutes, but she just said something so profound.
Sorry. I didn't see the time.
I'm just not going to let it end. Here's the deal. Adrian's not here. Adrian usually has to go back to work, so I can goof around all I want and keep going. Here's the deal. And we're on AM radio, so the radio people hate me because then they have to go in and cut stuff out. So hell with them. Nobody listens to the radio anyway. So here's the deal. Sorry that if you're my radio sponsors, please delete that part. So anyway, listen to this. She just said these companies that she's got where the foundations broke, and all of a sudden she was looking elsewhere. Her foundation didn't break, and she stayed that leader. She didn't rely on her company. She is not her company. She is not network marketing. She is Laura Lipinski. And as long as Laura Lipinski is Laura Lipinski, it's going to be a business as usual because that foundation is going nowhere. And sadly, especially in this day and age, a lot of people are having to go move their organizations over to another company, either through closing or affiliate or strategic alliance or something. But one thing about being that leader that Laura is because she built that foundation, that team is going to call her on the phone and say, where are we going next? Instead of go hither, thither, and yon, because she left leadership to nobody but herself, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly that. Yeah.
So what I want you all to do is that. I mean, it's critically important. This is your business is one of your biggest, it's your second biggest asset. And the reason I say it's your second biggest asset is because your contact list, your Rolodex, your circle of influence is your biggest asset. And it is so abused by everybody. It's unbelievable. There's a guy watching this thing called Thomas Tidland. He's very, very good at it. But I am telling you, the list of people very, very good at it is minuscule. And every one of us, including Tom Chenault, can be better. And what I want you to do, Laura, is just continue to light the world up, light us up, give us a little ray of sunshine on a regular basis, because you are amazing. What time is it there right now?
Right now it's almost 11 p.m.
11 p.m. at night. She still looks as
Almost, yeah.
fresh as a daisy. And Doug Stair, the absolute tagger of all time, told
Thank you, Doug.
to be sure that I send you a Love Like Crazy, Then Love More sweatshirt, because we know how cold it is in Germany. So we want you wearing this thing everywhere you go, and send us a picture. So Michelle will get your address, and she'll get your size, and we will get that going out there. And if you can get that little button down, stuffy engineer husband of yours to wear one, we'll send him one too. How's that sound?
Oh yeah, of course. He will do. Even my son, if you have one for my son,
Right.
Everyone in the family will wear it.
That's adorable. We love you, Laura, and we will take care of it. Oh, next week, a woman named Yolanda Brown. She is unbelievable. She lives down in Houston, Texas. She is personal development. She's written a phenomenal book. She's one of the best network marketers and system people I know. I love her with all my heart. She's coming on the show next week, and you guys are going to love her. So Yolanda Brown next week. Laura, thanks a million for coming on.
Thank you, Tom, for having me. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.